God has an urgent message for you today. A divine vision of your new house has been revealed in the spiritual realm, and you need to see it now before it gets deleted from your awareness. This isn't just wishful thinking about better housing. It's a sacred blueprint that God has prepared specifically for your future. The spiritual forces that don't want you to prosper are trying to block this vision from reaching you, but you're receiving this message because there's still time to see what God has planned for your living situation. Your breakthrough home is closer than you think. As you hear these words, know that God sees every struggle you've faced with your current living situation. It's normal to feel discouraged when rent keeps rising, when you're stuck in cramped spaces, or when homeownership feels impossible. But remember that God is working behind the scenes for your housing breakthrough. This leaked vision is your chance to see beyond current circumstances and align with divine provision you're receiving. This revelation because there's still time to prepare for the home that's coming your way. Even when your housing situation feels hopeless or stuck, trust that this vision is a blessing because seeing what's destined for you gives you the faith to keep moving forward. The spiritual realm is showing you this now so you can get ready to receive it. As you think about this divine house vision, take time to examine your current living space through spiritual eyes. Just like looking at a construction site reveals the foundation before the house appears, this vision helps you see the permanent blessing beyond your temporary housing situation. Hold on to your gratitude for current shelter and your faith in God's provision, but let go of complaints about cramped spaces and discouragement about housing costs that drain your spiritual energy. Just like a wise builder prepares the ground before laying the foundation, you need to prepare your heart and mind before this blessing manifests in your life. This vision isn't meant to make you ungrateful for what you have, but to transform your expectation, making you ready to receive the home God has designed for you. Sometimes the most important preparation happens in your spirit before anything changes in your physical circumstances. Your current place is preparing you for your permanent place. This vision of your new house is more than just hope about better living conditions. It's a spiritual milestone in your journey toward abundance. It's a time for you to connect with your faith and find courage to believe for housing breakthrough. Even when current circumstances suggest otherwise, face this vision with an expectant heart and open mind, knowing that God's provision often comes in ways we don't expect. There's a loving plan at work in your housing situation, unfolding exactly as it should even through delays and disappointments. Difficult housing challenges might still be ahead, but see them as the final preparations before your breakthrough arrives. Every rejected application, every rent increase, every cramped living situation becomes a lesson that positions you perfectly for the right home at the right time. When housing stress feels overwhelming, reach out in prayer for divine guidance about where to live and how to prepare. God is always here to give you wisdom about practical decisions, financial preparation, and timing for housing moves. In your prayers about housing, you'll find the clarity and peace you need to navigate real estate markets, rental applications, and financial planning with supernatural favor working in your direction. As we've discussed this divine vision of your new house, I'd like to help you stay connected to more prophetic revelations about your future. If these messages about divine provision and housing breakthrough resonate with your spirit, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to receive more visions and spiritual insights about the blessings coming your way. Pay attention to housing signs around you today that confirm your new home is approaching. These aren't just random real estate events. They are divine clues sent specially to prepare you for housing breakthrough. As you move through today, stay alert for unusual housing opportunities or meaningful conversations about living situations that feel significant. You might notice the same house numbers appearing repeatedly, drive past properties that make your heart race with excitement, or have unexpected conversations about neighborhoods you've never considered. You might receive surprise financial improvements, hear about housing programs you didn't know existed, or meet people who work in real estate or home financing. These aren't coincidences. They're sacred preparation helping you get ready for your housing blessing. Trust your intuitive feelings about housing decisions and locations. That inner excitement when you see certain neighborhoods, or that peaceful feeling about specific areas is your connection to divine wisdom about where you're meant to live. When you feel drawn to look houses online, when you find yourself researching mortgage programs, or when you feel sudden optimism about your housing future, that's God guiding you toward preparation and action. These intuitive moments are like a spiritual GPS system, showing you exactly which steps to take toward your new home. Notice them, trust them, and let them guide your housing decisions and preparations. Remember, you're not navigating this housing journey alone. God is with you, surrounding your housing situation with favor and supernatural provision. Round you works a team of guardian angels, spiritual guides, and heavenly helpers, all arranging housing opportunities, connecting you with the right people, and opening doors that seemed permanently closed. This vision of your new house is designed to encourage you during housing struggles, and every aspect of your housing breakthrough is under divine coordination. Feel thankful for this advanced look at your future home, for it shows how carefully God has planned your living situation. Each step you take toward better housing brings you closer to the exact home that's been prepared for you. The universe is aligning real estate markets, financial opportunities, and housing connections in ways that benefit your situation. Nothing can stop what God has planned for your housing. Not credit scores, not down payment requirements, not competitive markets. Divine favor is working in your housing situation right now. Divine timing, God's perfect schedule, is working in your housing situation right now. When you receive a vision of your new house at exactly the moment when you're ready to believe for housing breakthrough, that's sacred timing revealing itself. These moments show you're connected to God's plan for your living situation, aligned with divine provision. Even when housing markets seem impossible to navigate, as these housing signs and opportunities appear, let them build your confidence in your housing future. Each sign confirms that supernatural favor is working in your real estate situation. Pay attention to these housing experiences and trust their message about timing. They aren't random market fluctuations or housing coincidences. They're part of a loving plan to provide you with the perfect home at the perfect time. Keep your heart open to unexpected housing pathways and opportunities. The more you recognize divine timing in small housing matters, the clearer you'll see it working in your major housing breakthrough. God's timing in housing is always perfect, even when it doesn't match our preferred schedule. Just as you receive these divine visions about your housing breakthrough, your support helps us continue sharing similar prophetic messages with others struggling with housing challenges. A small super thanks of $5, $10, or $20 allows these important housing visions and breakthrough messages to reach those who feel stuck in difficult living situations and need to see God's provision working in their housing future. As you prepare to receive your new house, believe that this housing journey can lead to amazing spiritual and financial growth. Just like a tree develops stronger roots during challenging seasons, your character gets stronger during housing struggles that teach you patience, faith, and wise planning. God arranges these housing lessons perfectly, building your readiness for homeownership or better rental situations. Focus on strengthening your financial habits and spiritual trust, because inner preparation is what carries you through complex housing processes. When you stay committed to improving your credit, saving money, and maintaining faith in divine provision, wonderful changes begin happening in your housing situation. Opportunities you never thought possible start appearing in your real estate searches, Every step you take toward financial responsibility and spiritual maturity brings you closer to the housing breakthrough you've been praying for. Stay authentic in your faith about housing, because your relationship with God is your greatest asset during mortgage applications, housing searches, and moving processes. Your housing testimony will inspire others facing similar challenges. As you prepare to receive your new house, make it a habit to say, "My perfect home is manifesting now." Speak these words with complete faith each morning when you wake up. This simple practice builds a magnetic energy around you that attracts housing opportunities and divine favor in real estate matters. When doubt creeps in about your housing future, or when current living conditions feel overwhelming, pause for a moment. Use this time to quiet your mind and visualize yourself walking through the rooms of your new home. Trust that God is arranging all the financial details, location connections, and timing perfectly for your housing breakthrough. Begin each day thanking Him for the home that's already prepared for you in the spiritual realm. When you fill your thoughts with housing gratitude and expectation, you create space for miracles in your living situation. Align your heart with faith and preparation, knowing that divine provision is working even when you can't see progress. Your consistent belief is the key that unlocks the door to your new home. During this housing journey, you're not just receiving personal breakthrough, but also becoming someone who can help others believe for their housing miracles. This experience offers you a chance to show God's provision in action through your housing testimony. Each day gives you new opportunities to strengthen your housing faith and share hope with those struggling with rent burdens or housing insecurity. As you pray for your housing breakthrough and connect with God about your living situation, remember to encourage others who are facing similar challenges. Your housing story can inspire and give courage to people who feel trapped in bad living conditions or impossible housing markets. Use your faith journey to bring light to someone else's housing darkness. Embrace each day as a chance to speak life over your housing situation and others, creating a community of believers who expect housing miracles together. In this journey, we grow stronger by supporting each other through housing prayers and celebration, building a network of faith that stands firm against housing discouragement and declares breakthrough over every living situation. In closing, as we face your housing future and whatever preparation it requires, let's move forward with expectation and readiness. Be prepared to welcome God's provision in your housing situation. Face housing applications with supernatural confidence and recognize each housing opportunity as a divine appointment. Trust in the power of prayer and in God's constant work. In your living situation, you are on a path to housing victory, surrounded by divine favor and strengthened by faith in God's provision. Keep saying, "My perfect home is manifesting now," and watch as doors open and housing breakthrough unfolds exactly as God has planned for your life. If this housing vision has filled your heart with hope and expectation for your breakthrough, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more prophetic revelations about your future. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a divine vision or blessing meant for you. When you share this housing message, you multiply its blessing power. Each person who receives this vision through you becomes part of your spiritual legacy of breakthrough and divine provision. Dear Lord, please give us faith to believe for our housing breakthrough and the wisdom to recognize the opportunities you place before us. Help us prepare our hearts and finances for the homes you have planned. Amen. If this message has filled you with hope about your housing future or helped you see God's provision in your living situation, consider showing your appreciation with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Your support helps us continue sharing these prophetic visions with others who need housing breakthrough. Please share in the comments your housing prayers, breakthrough testimonies, or what prophetic messages about provision you'd like to hear in our next video. Your faith declarations help us bring you the divine guidance you need most for your housing journey.